Everybody to the September 5th, 2019 Town Board meeting. I'm going to call up Madison Melendez to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. You need to go, I didn't get a chance to show you.
Here, she can go.
No, she go up there. Just go up there.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, so Madison, lovely lady here, town clerk.
Slowly walks over there. And you're gonna repeat after me, okay?
I, Madison Melendez,
Promise to perform
promise to perform
the duties of
the duties of
junior deputy supervisor
junior deputy supervisor
for the month of
for the month of
September 2018
September 2019
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Take you all around the place today. Well done. Well done. Beautiful. I'm going to present Madison with a certificate of acknowledgement. And this certificate is to acknowledge Madison Melendez has been bestowed the title of Junior Deputy Supervisor for September 2019, signed by Woodbury Town Supervisor Frank Gorman.
Can you lower the certificate, honey? I need to see everything. Got it.
Proud mom. A few months ago, I presented Mia and Mason with the same certificate. In fact, if you look right next to me, this is Mia's picture, and on the wall over there, the blue one is Mason's picture. They are a part of our art council, and we are hanging up their pictures until they say they want it back. So, but I'm going to call both up right now. Senator Scoofus at the time was going to make it, but unfortunately it was during the budget hearings and he couldn't make it. So he has sent me those certificates to present to Mason and me. So come on up. This is a certificate of recognition presented to Mia Perner and as well as Mason Perner in concert with the Woodbury Town Board for becoming the Junior Deputy Supervisor. In witness whereof, I have hit unto, talk about New York State making things complicated. Set my hand and signature on the 6th day of June 2019, Senator James Scoofus, New York State Senator. And you have a nice letter there from him as well. And then we'll take a picture. Open the thing. Come here, come here. Okay? Congratulations. You're welcome. Okay, let's have some public input. Anybody have anything to say?
I assume it's on. John Smith, Highland Mills.
Is it green? Is it light green?
Hit the button on the top here.
Now it's green.
You got it.
You're
You're on.
Okay, first thing I'd like to address is that we only have public input at the beginning of the meetings, instead of like the village does at the beginning and at the end also. The residents, taxpayers in this community should be given every opportunity to speak about any issue they want, both at the beginning and at the end of the meeting. I think when the elections come around, this is gonna come around to bite you in the nose, you have to be ready for that and so forth. The second thing is, I believe this is about the time when we start budget meetings, meetings during the week, in the evenings and so forth like that. I'd like to know if there's a published schedule, or how I would be able to find that out, and not just within 24 hours. I would
No,
like to know what time of day.
At the next meeting, I will announce those dates. I haven't come up with them yet, but I will announce them at the next meeting.
And the third thing is, this dispute with the village. There is no winner in this, only losers, and that's taxpayers are gonna lose dollar after dollar after dollar. I don't really foil all that stuff about this or whatever, but I understand somebody did, and it turns out we're already in the hole for $130,000, maybe combined or whatever. I think you should talk to Mr. McKay, the attorney, about possibly getting together with the village and going to arbitration and getting this thing over with. Most important of all is that none of the town council people or the village elected officers, nobody says anything. They just sit there and twiddle their hands together like Mr. Marone is doing now. And Mr. Hunter is figuring out my bill for the plumbing job he did for me. So I would think they would, have something to say about all of this and other activities that go on. I do have a couple of more items, but I understand we're trying to get that pool job going. I don't know when you're gonna have a public meeting on that, but I think most important is going to be cost, when it's going to start, when we anticipate completion, and moving along like that. I'm sure we'll be able to get a very good price on the bond. Interest rates are very low and going lower. I certainly wouldn't hold them because the interest rates aren't too low. But I think you have to have a public meeting ahead of time, if I'm not correct.
We are going to authorize the town clerk today to advertise for bids. We will have those bids, we will have those specs next week when Fusco comes back from his vacation. I've been talking with Mr. Smith, a bond agent, about the proper time to go for it. There will be a period where it's a 30-day period where if you want to go out to a referendum, you want to get the signatures and you can do it. And then 20 days after that, if there are no petitions handed in, it's a wait period, and then we can start moving forward on it. I received some preliminary numbers based on the 3 million. I'm waiting to get for a 3.5, but they said that it could be anywhere between, and I'd rather just have the board approve a 3.5, and whatever we don't use, obviously you're not being paid for, but at least we don't have a problem. I was told that it will be done within 6 months, so if all this takes the proper time, it'll be done before before the swimming season.
Does that include Mr. Fusco's 10% for just passing paper around?
I'm sure that there's some cost in there, but we hired a pool engineer, that was $30,000, and that will be the bulk of the engineer.
John, I'm sure that you know with lawsuits, we're restricted on what we can say and comment, certainly at this point, and that's true with really any lawsuit. So even though we're up here twiddling our thumbs as you, so carefully put it. We carefully consider everything, and, there's a lot of thought that we have to do
But you are,
regarding any lawsuit that we have.
right, but you could possibly express an opinion about moving forward with it or moving along to solve it finally and completely like that. It doesn't seem to be going anywhere. They say this, he said this, we had a private meeting, somebody said this, somebody said that. It may be on Facebook or Families or Woodbury or whatever. I'm not on any of those or whatever.
Yeah, well, the court system, it's, that's the way it works. Unfortunately, I would have liked to seen this over with a long time ago. It just doesn't work that way. And, we're doing the best we can with it.
John, we've just gotten through the discovery phase, so all of our information is in. We had a meeting today with our attorneys. We've talked about it. We're gonna have an informational meeting. We haven't set a date yet, so that the public can find out exactly what's going on here.
But you see what, in the end, nothing's gonna move. Maybe a boundary line might change. All the property will remain where it is. We'll still have the same trees growing on it and also and whatever. All we're getting out of this is bills from attorneys.
It goes much further than that, John.
Okay,
It goes much further than that.
thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else?
Give me the best song.
Yes, I did.
Good evening, Susan Serrano. Turn the mic on, so loud, so loud. Turn it up.
Oh, I did, I turned it up, sorry.
The last meeting, I supplied you with an analysis I prepared with what I had foiled, and I was just wondering if you had a chance to review it, and if you had any comments regarding it.
Well, I did review it, I looked at it, you saw all the paperwork, so you pretty much know what it is. I also know that you had foiled for 2017, 18, and 19. Okay. I'm gonna save everybody a lot of time and effort here. I know that you're running for public office, and, I've been around for a long time, 14 years, and I kinda like to see what's going on here. And I think the reality of it is we're gonna try to compare David's attorney's fees as compared to the town's attorney fees for the last 2 years. This would be no other reason to.
David was my opinion?
David Sutz?
I have his, I'm just looking at 2017, just to get an idea. First
Okay,
of
so
all,
I'm gonna give you those ideas, okay? I'm gonna give you the numbers. I'm gonna give you all the numbers that we spent on attorney fees. Fair enough? From Katina.
all right,
In 2017, the town spent $295,862 on attorney fees.
Right.
2018, we spent $231,870. And our projection for this year, because I only got 4 months, is gonna be approximately $232,176. So this board, although people say that we're wasting money, have been very prudent in how we spend it. And we've spent a lot less than in the year 2017.
and you're what did you say, 231 for this year? You said 231 for this year?
232,
232?
176, in 2018, 231, 870, and in 2017, we spent $295,862.
Okay, so the 2019 number would include $80,000
Includes everything.
Okay, but if we back out $80,000 for what we paid, what the town has paid to date for the lawsuit against the village, then what does that leave? What was your number, 232?
152.
So it's 152, so you're projecting that you cut costs significantly in legal fees for for this year, because if you didn't have that lawsuit, let's just say.
Yeah, but it's the price of doing business for any administration. Okay, so
Fair enough.
it is what it is. I mean, in a couple of weeks, or in the very near future, you'll understand why we are pursuing this lawsuit. And it is, it has nothing to do with so much the land, but it has to do with the actions of one supervisor, David Suss.
Understood. So, just so that it's on record, I updated the analysis and I just rolled it forward because there was an abstract tonight. So at this time, including the abstract for voucher 20191439 in the amount of $16,355, we've, according to my calculation, the town has hit $150,000 in legal fees, and the village is still at an approximate 42, so we're approaching the $200,000 mark at this point. At the public settlement meeting, the town said they were gonna get an appraiser to appraise the land in question. Did that ever happen?
No, what happened at that meeting was Michael called for the appraiser, and I said that I would get him a couple of names.
Right.
You know, give him our name.
Right, so that you could agree upon a common
Correct.
person. Correct.
And he said to me, there's no need, I have a better solution, in which he showed up and decided to use 1987, I think it was, or something like that. What was it called again? Assessments. Yeah. But he decided to go back to 1987's assessment, and which was not acceptable by this town. And so, no, I never went forward with it from there. You know, him and I spoke. Him and I had a meeting with our two attorneys, and I spoke to him about this issue. And he basically came out and told me that they weren't gonna pay anything. So why am I gonna go out and spend money to get an appraisal
You
if
said what they weren't, what?
they had no interest in selling anything?
No interest in selling. No, just going back to the 2017 numbers, so I did FOIL 2017, obviously pre-lawsuit, just to get an idea of what kind of type of legal expenses there were. I'm just trying to get familiar, I've got a list of things that I'd like to FOIL just to look at. But I was advised that on the 16th, you had advised the staff that any invoices, attorney invoices related to FOILs had to go through the attorney. I was advised that on August 19th, my FOIL was routed to the town attorney, but on August 27th, I was advised that the attorney didn't respond, and therefore by default, my FOIL request was denied. So, I guess my question is why, and again, I could be wrong, but I feel like based on my request, now procedure had changed. I had previously FOILed the other invoices and looked through them, as you were well aware, and now all of a sudden it's procedure changed and I was denied. I know I do have the right to appeal it and you will receive a letter from me, but I'm just wondering why all of a sudden that had to go to the town attorney. Why didn't, I mean, he's not obviously here to speak, why he didn't respond.
I can't speak for why
Okay.
he didn't respond, but we were always supposed to have that redacted, okay? You were not supposed to get what you received, you were supposed to receive a redacted version, which wasn't done. And so I had called the attorney up and explained to him what happened. And he said that from now on, I would like to see that, see the paperwork that they want, so we know what can be let out, because those bills are attorney-client privilege. So there are certain things in there that we're not entitled to say.
But not the entire thing.
Well, I can't explain to you why, you're talking about 3 years of redacted stuff. That's a lot of money. I'm not gonna say that, maybe that's why he didn't do it, but, you're complaining about a lawsuit, what it's costing, but to redact that is very expensive, it's not cheap. I will talk to the attorney tomorrow about it.
I mean, you see like it almost you know, and again, just put yourself in my position when, you know, as a taxpayer, I'm asking for something, regardless of running public office or not, I'm still a taxpayer, as are you, and I'm asking for something, and, you know, my gut as an accountant tells me, all of a sudden now procedure changed, and it makes me feel like a lack of transparency, that's what it makes me feel.
No, it's, what was given to you should never have been given to you in the form that
Am I
was
the only
given.
person that ever asks for FOIL legal bills?
We normally redact, yes, they normally redact. You can ask, Robin Kraft, she'll tell you.
Okay, well, at this point, you know, I just wanna urge everybody, you know, transparency is key, and that's, I mean, obviously, if you're telling me I got them by mistake, then, I mean, there was nothing even eye-shattering on
I'm
there.
sorry, I have to chime in here since it's my office of handling FOIL requests.
Okay,
I wouldn't exactly say they were by mistake.
okay.
The attorney file up in where we keep all vouchers, there is a file there that said attorney bills for FOIL purposes. We check there first.
Okay,
If there's no voucher in there, then we go to the other one.
okay.
The vouchers you foiled, there was nothing in that. Previous years, there are redacted vouchers in that folder for those previous years, which Mrs. Kraus, as Supervisor Palermo stated, agreed to. Do I agree they should have been redacted? Absolutely. However, there were none in that file for us to use first prior to releasing the document. When it was brought to the attention of the attorney, then it was said to go to the attorney's office from now on, redacted when requested, rather than redacting as they come in. So that was the only change. It wasn't exactly a complete change of policy. It was just that instead of him sending them already redacted, which is what we were under the impression my office who fills FOILs was doing, we're now told we'll redact them when a request comes in. So it wasn't really a change of policy, it was a change of an internal way of getting documentation. But we were not aware of that fact at the time, so they were released to you, assuming that because they weren't in the folder, they can be released.
And we weren't, a lot of times they send us the bills, beforehand, via email, and they're not redacted, and somehow, it just got done where they weren't redacted. And I explained to Tracy, look, I'm not blaming you or anything like that. I said it was an oversight on both us and the attorney. I blame them just as much because it's their job to send us the hard copies that are redacted. So
You know,
that's where we're at, right?
something to consider with the town attorney is that a lot of municipalities and companies are having their attorney bill them without descriptions that include work product or client
What we can do,
attorney-client
what we can do,
and that would,
what we can do, and what we will discuss when I see Joe, is to release the front page, the voucher, and on the next page, name all the attorneys that worked on it and the costs. And we can release that, no problem at all, and you have all the files of what it is, and as you're saying, you don't have to know the specifics, but we can do that for you also. I have no problems with that whatsoever. Okay?
thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? Okay, we're gonna move on. If it sounds like we're going fast, it's because
The
there's a
Packers
bear.
are playing.
The Packers are playing the Bears tonight.
In case you didn't know, sit down. In case you didn't know, we're a big Packer fan in this town. On
And
this
I'm a
side
big-
of the room,
And I'm a big Bears fan.
in this particular seat, Mr. Slaughter.
Okay, I need a motion and a second to accept the minutes of 8/15/2019.
I will motion.
All in favor? I need a motion for the abstract. Desiree, please.
Abstract 17, committee vouchers 2019-1409, 2019-1538, the total is $142,529.14.
got a motion and a second?
Motion.
One second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Budget modifications, Desiree, please.
There are three this evening, but all for the 2019 budget. First is Parks Department increasing A7110.433 ticket issue printing by $300 and decreasing A7110.431 summer supplies by $300. Town Board increasing A1010.401 workplace vitals by $120 and decreasing A1010.400 Town Board contractual by $828. Buildings and Grounds by increasing A1620.416 uniforms by $1,000 and increasing A1620.465 blacktopping by $1,000.
I need a motion and a second to set those.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Do you wanna read it, or you want me to read the, for the sole assessor?
I can read it.
Okay.
Whereas the term of office of sole assessor is set at 6 years by real property tax law, section 310(2), and whereas the next term of this office of sole assessor begins October 1, 2019, and ends on September 30th, 2025, and whereas the town board previously appointed Julie Rose as acting assessor pursuant to real property tax law, section 314(1), and whereas the town board now wishes to appoint Julie Rose to the position of sole assessor, now therefore be it hereby resolved that pursuant to real property tax law, section 310, Julie Rose is hereby appointed sole assessor for the town of Woodbury with a term of office to begin October 1, 2019 and end on September 30, 2025, and be it further resolved that the town supervisor and/or town clerk is hereby authorized and directed to complete and/or provide the office of New York State Commissioner of Taxation and Finance such other and further documentation as may be needed to confirm the appointment.
I need a motion and a second.
I will motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. And congratulations, once again, to Julie. Where am I? We're going to be appointing, Ms. Claire Rivera as our clerk and refuse department for full-time reduced up to 35 hours per week at the same current pay rate, effective 9/6/2019. I need a motion and a second.
Motion.
One second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Congratulations, Clara. I need a motion and a second to accept Granny O'Connor's resignation as senior clerk at Woodbury Public Library effective September 21st, 2019, with regret. Do I have a motion and a second?
Make that motion.
One second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Review and accept the auction items. Do we want to read them off, or just give the total?
I would just give the total, but then you also have to decide what you're gonna do with the ones that did not receive this.
Okay. The total was 16, do you have it on your Desiree?
I
16,000?
just have each individual one.
Oh, I got it, I'm sorry. It's underneath,
Some of it goes to the A fund, some of it goes to the L fund.
Okay. It's $16,195 that we received, which I think is fantastic. We gave away 2 cars last year, and I think we got $6,000, so this is really terrific. We have a couple of things, I mean, there's like a whole bunch of little things and stuff. I guess we'll just figure out what the town wants to do with it.
Well, first you should make a motion to,
Right.
if you choose to do that, and then the second act would be to, either re-advertise for those things, to see if you can get, should.
I don't
Doesn't
think
cost
we'll
us
go.
anything to do it, that's up to you. Otherwise, we can just dispose of them accordingly.
Yes,
But I did send an email about one of those items.
Yes, I know. I think that's the thing that goes. Okay. In case you don't know, it's the thing that goes. Okay, so I need a motion and a second to accept the, what we did sell for $16,195.
Motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And of course, the details will be listed in the minutes.
Yes. And I'll put it up on the webpage, because I just received this, I think, that
Well, it just closed last night, so.
okay, so, yeah. And, so I'll put that up on the webpage. And, I need a motion and a second to the things that did not sell for the town to do what needs to be done, dispose of them properly. So I'll make that motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. I need a motion and a second to authorize the supervisor to waive the Woodbury Lions Club yard sale fee, for participants.
It's also for authorizing you, as long as you.
Oh, that's right, we talked about that, but we didn't. Okay, so I need a motion and a second to authorize the town clerk to, waive the Woodbury Lions yard sale fee for, participants.
I'll motion.
All in favor? Thank you. We already signed earlier the review and the acceptance of the tax collector's bond that we need to send up to the county. So that's been done. Motion for public hearing on October 3rd, 2019 on local law number 1, the 2% cap override. I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion?
And there's actually a resolution I sent you
Yes.
that, basically determines who's an agency. It states that it's an unclassified action under secret,
Which we have.
which I had sent the secret out to you as well.
Yep.
And it also states that at the public hearing, in addition to receiving comments, you're going to review any potential adverse environmental impacts of all, which it doesn't change money, but, so.
Which I have to show. So, I got a motion, I have a second, all in favor? Thank you. I need a motion to schedule a public hearing on October 3rd, 2019 on the assessment rolls. Desiree?
It's October 3rd, 2019, 7:30, to entertain anybody who wants to dispute any information that are on the special district assessment rolls for the consolidated sewer, water 6, which is Amber Park, sewer 1, which is Valley Forge, refuse, and I need to double check with you about Highland Lake Estate sewer, I'm not sure if that bond is paid yet or not.
It's not,
It's not, so then that would be on there.
yes. And I think that if you're not doing anything Thursday, a couple of weeks from now,
Riveting.
it is riveting. I mean, probably my favorite meeting of the year. So if you can attend, you know, it'd be better than the football game or something. Okay,
I'll make that motion.
I need a second.
Second.
All in favor? Mr. Joey Gianzero, you got a report for us?
Yes, very detailed, it's gonna take me a while.
2-minute warning, Joe.
It's
2-minute
very
warning.
detailed report, it's gonna be very detailed, it's gonna take me a while.
2-minute warning.
Alright, we're gonna start, first, we had a nice summer, summer's over, the water's closed, all the kids are back to school, but, you know, both parks are still open for walking and playing and softball and baseball and soccer and everything, so, I'm gonna go to attendance first. John Burke Memorial Pool this year, we had 15,101 people and 3,683 guests.
How many? 3,000?
683. Last year, we had 15,629, and we only had 3,030 guests. So we lost a little bit, we gained more guests. And guests means more guest passes, so it's a little bit more money, so that's good. Earl Reservoir, the attendance, you're gonna think I fudged this, but I didn't, believe me. The attendance this year was 14,625. The attendance last year was 14,633. So I did it, that's the way it came out, so just so you know. The guests,
I don't think they officially count me when I go up there, so I think we beat last year.
okay. The guests were 25-29 this year, and last year was 24-25. So we made some more guests this year. Camp res attendance, we were down a little bit this year, but the building was beautiful for us. We had some rainy days, nobody had to go home, everything was good. We had the after hours program, we had like 4 to 6 kids, so that was even better, the 4 to 6. So this year session 1 was 85, last year was 108, and this year session 2 was 81, last year was 90. So session 2 was about the same, but we lost a few kids this year. And I talked to other people and everything was down this year. So I don't know where they went, but they didn't come to camp.
And Joey, we did an extra week this year as well. correct?
Yes. Swimming lessons, July of this year was 60, last year was 88. August was 73 this year, August of last year was 82. So maybe more people went on vacation in July and came back in August. Parks employee, I still got like 4 more pages to do here, so I just want you to know this.
Oh,
Parks, we have 104 seasonal employees. We're at 69 were Woodbury residents, which I believe is like 72%. So I think that's really good that most of the people are residents of the town. So, at least the money's going back to their kids and, adults that are working as gatekeepers and stuff. We're usually in the hundreds, some years a little bit more, but 104 I think is a lot of people. The community building, we're setting up, me and Jackie were talking, we have some things that we want to try to bring to the community, but we are going to do yoga, and Tai Chi is definitely on board, and every other Tuesday, I believe the art council meets there. So we're getting there, and the building, little by little by little, will be function a lot, so, people could use it. We do have some parties lined up, people have been asking about birthday parties and stuff, so the word's getting out that it's there. It's blacktop, it's in great shape, it's a beautiful building, and again, thank you for you guys for getting that done. That's a home run for us, I think, so.
And we have started on the kitchen.
Yes, the kitchen is,
That would be a big plus.
yes, it will be, yes. So, anybody have any questions?
No, thank you, Joey, for such a wonderful job, as always. The events that were held this year, I think were, everyone that I know who attended, unfortunately, I was working a lot this summer, but everyone who attended just raved about just the wonderful activities you do and the staff. So thank you so much for the work
It's a
that you
team
do.
effort, and again, I can't say enough, Fran, so it's a team effort, and that's what it's all about. So, all right, thank you. All right, guys, I'm done.
We're clapping because he's done?
Yes.
Okay.
that was a great job he did.
Pat him on the back.
Okay, I need we need a motion and a second for the town clerk to approve bids regarding the new pool at the John P. Burke Park. We will have all that stuff for you to send out next week when Al gets back on vacation, but I want to authorize it so we don't have to wait, 2 weeks before we get started on that. So I need a motion and a second.
Motion.
I'll second.
All in favor? Thank you. We have, I need a motion and a second to allow me to sign the Stratagem security system for the Woodbury Police Department. It's gonna consist of cameras up in both parks, in the community center, and we're gonna have 2 cameras over by County 105 and 32. It'll be used for, in case there's any kind of crime or anything like that, if someone wants to get away up on 32 or coming down 105, they'll be able to check those license plates out, and it'll help with criminal investigation. So that's what's in this package. It's for total is $31,029.34. We need to send a deposit of $15,514.67, and then upon balance completion, $15,514.67. So I need a motion and a second.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Thank you. And the last is authorize the supervisor to sign the contract for the part-time SRO agreement with the Monroe Woodbury Central School District. They've already approved it, signed it, and once we sign it, which we did already tonight, I'm not supposed to tell you that, but we did. So I need that motion in a second.
Motion.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Thank you. Town board?
Just really quick, happy school day for all of our kids that are out there. Again, I just reiterate for all of our drivers to please adhere to the buses that are stopping in the area. And I hope everyone is off to a great start.
I'd just like to thank Joey, Parks Department, and Buildings and Grounds for keeping our parks going this summer. And year's not over, so keep up the good work. Thank you.
Desiree?
Just condolences to the family of Senator William Larkin, who passed away this last weekend, I believe it was. And my former deputy town clerk Michelle Zwicker also passed away a couple of days ago, about 2 weeks ago now. So condolences to her family as well. And get ready for trunk or treat, October 31st. Go Packers.
Chief, you have anything to say?
Jackie kind of already said what I wanted to speak about with regard to school being open.
Okay, thank you. I ask that everybody please drive safely out there. As Jackie said, school's open, children are out there playing. And Ms. Marie Hunter wants to say something real quick.
Chairperson of the Beautification Committee, I just want to remind everyone, next Wednesday is September 11th. There is a service at the Highland Mills Firehouse at 7 o'clock or 7:30, I'm not sure. Check Facebook, the information's on there. Everyone is invited. Politics aside, I would love to see that parking lot filled with people to remember September 11th, and also to keep in your hearts about Mike Hansen that passed away. He was very instrumental in helping the Beautification Committee to put this together. And we already have flowers planned to be put there as we do every year, so thank you.
Thank you, Maria. I guess that's it. Go Bears. I need a motion and a second to close this meeting.
I'll motion that.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Thank you.
Go Packers. All right, Maria.